Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm gonna do a live. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm just gonna give an analysis, an overview of EU and DXY today. It's the 26th of April, Wednesday, and it's about 8:30 a.m. here in London. So live during the session. Let's get started on EU here on the daily. So I've got my daily bullish leg, which broke the previous high. You can see after taking all this buy side liquidity, we had this pullback now, right? So we filled this imbalance and tapped into the order block. So as you can see, it looks like the daily, we found support there at that area and have since gone to continue bullish. So since this high failed to break this low that created it, I've labeled this as a weak high, right? As usual. So this is the weak high target now. So my overall bias on the daily is bullish. You can see so far on the daily, we're having a bullish day after this slight pullback yesterday. Let's go down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, you can see a lot more of that consolidation. Though, excuse me, within that consolidation, you can see we was making, high, high, low, high, high, low, eventually made a high, right? But this wasn't great to trade in. It wasn't great for me. But just to explain the price action, you can see we created this leg, took out all this buy side liquidity, had a strong pullback, and found our support here at this 4 hour order block before we started consolidating. We've now made our new leg. Well, our new leg out of the consolidation. We took plenty of buy side liquidity and stalled here at this 4 hour order block and pulled back, right? So we pulled back and we've now swept some internal sell side liquidity and have started to come back bullish again. So weak high once the low holds. I wrote this yesterday, so before this low was actually tested and swept. Now that the low's held, for now this still becomes a weak high, right? So we've got two weak highs here on the higher time frames to go along with my bullish scenario, right? So I'll go down to the hourly. So here on the hourly, I had this originally as the leg. We have come down. I didn't want or expect it to, but we kind of violated the low, but we've swept it. It didn't close beyond the low, which is great. So pretty much it's just taken sell side liquidity and is now giving us a bullish run since. So I would still see this as bullish. Sweeping the sell side liquidity is fine. Now it's got to head for some buy side liquidity, whichever target that may be. So everything looks bullish. We've had this good reaction from the discount here, and hopefully, we can get some sort of pullback or whatever it is, and it still looks good enough for us to continue going bullish with the trend. We do and have built up loads of sell side liquidity, even on the higher time frame. You can see we've got, loads of lows here. That's all sell side liquidity available. So the day may come, of course, where price does reverse and have a deeper correction on the higher time frames. But for now, until that happens, I'm bullish, right? So let's go over to the DXY. I'll go up to the daily, start off there as well. You can see a similar picture on the DXY here. On the daily now, you can see we've been coming down bearish for a while now. We found some support here, came back up, failed to break this high, weak low, rode that weak low, took out this low of course as well, and we took that sell side liquidity from there, which gave us the bullish pullback. So we got that bullish pullback, and just like EU, because it is the inverse, we stalled at this daily order block and had some consolidation, and now it looks like we're beginning to head bearish again. So this becomes a weak low because this low failed to break the high. So this is now a weak low. So you can see the label here on the 4 hour. This is our 4 hour leg, of course. This is where price consolidated and stalled. We broke out, pulled back. We've swept buy side liquidity now, and you can see this has triggered more bearish behavior, which will probably target this low and this low for buy side liquidity eventually. Sell side liquidity eventually, right? we swept buy side liquidity. It's going to target sell side liquidity down here. So that's why I'm bearish on DXY, bullish on EU. We have this 1 hour leg. It swept that leg here. So it swept the high of that leg there also. So we've got that buy side liquidity sweep and we're heading bearish. Price may stall around these areas. There is obviously order blocks and fair value gaps, but the bearish behavior seems quite strong at the moment. You can see I've got this targeted as, the swing sell side liquidity here. This previous daily low will also be sell side liquidity target, possibly for today or tomorrow. And yeah, so that's my bias. That's the direction I'm looking to trade in. And hopefully that's helpful and you've learned something there. And I'll be seeing you guys again soon. So I hope everyone has a good trading week.